Welcome back, lovelies. It's MyLovelyRoots. I'm here with a show and tell of these clip-ins that I purchased off Amazon from a vendor called Full Shine. The box the Kinky curly clip-ins arrive in is really nice and very sturdy, so you can definitely use these to store your clip-ins in the future. It also comes with this card that just talks about their service. The first order of clip-ins that I ordered from them got lost, and I contacted them about it, and they kindly sent me another set of clip-ins out, and that card just talked about how they're dedicated to service, and if I have any problems with the hair itself, contact them. Looking at the texture on these Kinky curly clip-ins is really nice. It's curled from like an inch away from the clips all the way down to the ends. The ends are very well defined. Now, at the construction of where the clip-ins are at, they are okay. They need a little work. They have like single stitch the clip-ins in, so I'd say they have a max life of about 6 months. So if you're constantly washing and deep conditioning or co-washing your clip-ins, the clips may fall out over time. One thing that I really like about these clip-ins is that they double track the 5 clip-ins, which is really nice, and it's really full, so you don't have to put too many clip-ins in your head to get the look. It also comes with sets of double track 3 clip-ins, sets of single track 2 clip-ins, and 1 set of single track clip-ins. Now, for the construction of the clip-ins, they feel pretty sturdy. They respond really well to me opening and closing. The only issue that I have is with the stitching. They didn't stitch through it a few times, it just stitched through it one time, so that's why I say they may not last that long. So definitely, if you wanted to secure those clips onto the tracks, you would have to go through it again with a needle and a thread. Here I'm rocking a 3-day-old braid out, so my hair is very stretched and very defined. I would not recommend these clip-ins for your natural hair in its natural state because it has a very loose curl pattern. The Kinky curly texture from this vendor, I would recommend this with, say, a braid out or a bantu knot, but not with a twist out, just due to how relaxed the Kinky curly texture is. Now, the main purpose that I bought these clip-ins for was to add length. I didn't really want to add any fullness, but definitely if you're adding clip-ins to your natural hair, you're gonna get volume with length. So I brushed these clip-ins out as much as possible to get them as frizzy as possible to blend in better with my hair texture. Now, there's a slight shine to these clip-ins, and that can be due to I haven't washed them yet. Also, there is a color difference between my hair and the clip-ins, but it is blending fairly well. Now, I always wash extensions before I actually put them in my head or make a wig out of them. I was just a little impatient. I wanted to see how the clip-ins would look in my hair because this is slightly the first time I've ever purchased Kinky curly clip-ins, so that's why I just went straight into putting the clip-ins in instead of washing them first. As you can see, it gets full really fast, so you don't need that many clip-ins in order to get that volume or length that you may want. Also, I messed up a little bit because most of the time it's really hot in the south right now, so I'm not wearing my hair down. I'm wearing it mostly up in like a high bun or pineapple, so I should have laid the tracks in the direction of where my hair was going to lay. So when I pushed my hair up, immediately I could feel the combs kind of tugging a little bit at my hair, and so I wouldn't recommend putting them in this way. I would recommend putting them in the opposite way, or the way the hair, because you're going to be pushing your hair up. But if you're going to be wearing your hair out in a braid out or a bantu knot, you can definitely put in your clips just like this. Next, I'm just gathering all my hair up. I'm going to be using a goodie band in order to secure my hair at the top, and then using bobby pins in the areas where I feel it's necessary. As stated before, again, I was just doing this to kind of check out to see how the clip-ins were going to look. So in no way, shape, or form I was going to wear this out in public with not, actually putting effort into it. I was just kind of throwing this together. So this is how it generally looks when you put the clip-ins in. It blends in really well with my stretched 4C texture. The only thing is there is a big color difference between my hair, which is more of a sandy brown color, and the clip-ins being like almost a 1B jet black. So thanks grandma for the highlights that I got popping in the front. Makes it really hard to blend it in with hair. Now, to solve the color blending issue that I was having, I decided to dye the clip-ins using some items that I picked up from Sally's Beauty Supply. Now, I didn't pre-wash the hair or detangle, so the hair is pretty much as is from me brushing it out, putting it in my hair, and then taking it out, and then I went straight into dyeing. I didn't want to detangle the hair because any areas that wouldn't have been dyed, I would have just caught those highlights. So I wasn't too worried about the dye not dyeing all the hair due to me not detangling. Now, I've dyed hair in the past from straight to curly, but this is the first hair I've come in contact that did not dye at all. So the results of this dye job was a complete fail, but I will show you guys my steps of how I went about doing my dye process. So pretty much what I do in order to keep the texture of the hair, because sometimes when you dye the hair it can kind of kill the texture, it could loosen it. After I apply all the dye to the hair, what I do is I scrunch up the hair, and in my mind this helps keep the texture of the hair, because as it's processing, the hair isn't streaked straight, it's kind of like bundled up. So I feel this helps keep the actual texture of the hair. Now, I'm not sure if it actually, helps with that, but in my mind it does, so I just use it. Now, this is 25 minutes later, and I covered it up and let it sit for about another 5 to 10 minutes. I did have a little piece of hair that did dye, so with the rest of the hair not dyeing at all, I can tell this hair was previously processed and dyed. So I will be bleaching this hair in order to lift the color, and then repeating the dyeing process again. Here's that piece of hair that I mentioned that took the color. I will be updating you guys on this clip-ins, on the dye job, and also bleaching the hair, so make sure you comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time,